Hey everybody, so this is the second time I have to do this because I had my mic muted the whole time. So I'm gammed up because it's nighttime and I gotta get my key back so I can make sure my food and water's okay. So as I was saying, and you guys didn't hear any of it because I already deleted that, but anyway, I posted some pictures along on my Twitter, which is Silvers, Silvers tweets. So go check out those and you'll see that just how controlling this game is becoming for PVE. This is on PVE Lawless. We're in Pinher K and I'm tired of being foundation blocked. So when I moved here, there was just this little bitty space that was available, and that was it. When they did the extension, the adding where you could build further out towards other people, I was able to build, because when I first started I didn't know about like how close everything was going to be. So I just had this little bit of building right here. This is it. And then this guy back here, I had started building, so like my foundations were down, and that's all I had done so far before I put the walls up, so you can see. And then this guy comes in back here and starts building on top of me. That guy right there. He doesn't even play on this server really, he just uses this house to basically block. I don't know if he thought I was gonna like try to control the pond. That is not the intent. This pond is for everybody. So let me jump up on my elephant here, and yeah, I'm really angry, really angry. So I'm gonna go K mode. So these people back there, their name's Latte, okay? And when we could start to extend, I built my boat house out there to keep rafts in, so I'd have a safe place to spawn at. Because on Lawless, you cannot have a bed on a foundation. It just doesn't let you. And there's no land to be claimed, so don't care how many people are saying that there's land to be claimed. Unless you want just like a little 4x4 spot and never have a tame, then sure, there's land. But that wasn't my intention. When I picked this spot, it was all we could find. I really didn't want to live with the snakes and the gators, but it was land, and I was going to be able to have a little bit of something. Then that guy built on top of me. And that wasn't enough, because when they extended the range, as you can see, I had to go L shape. I was building off of that end over there in the upper left of the screen. You can see where I was building off. Then there's a little shack out there. Let me see if I can gamma down some too. There's a little shack out there just beyond those trees that he had his alliance buddy build to block me. So basically I wasn't done building. I wanted to go further out so I could, I mean, an elephant. And this was another thing. I'm like still so angry. See all these trees I'm sitting in? So when I built this, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to be able to have a space for my elephant. No, they all of a sudden decided to turn resources and make them all spawn back. So foundations weren't blocking them no more. Because all the assheads on this freaking server were blocking every single resource. So if they didn't have a foundation on top of it, they were building foundations around it and walling it off so people can't have it. Like, you can't get metal unless you ask them. You know, can you open your door please so I can get some metal? I don't think so. I'm done playing that game. I'm done begging. So you'll see that thin line of foundations out there. That's not mine. That's the neighbor behind me. So there was this foundation spam that happened out there, and it was going to become available. So once it become where it could be demolished after 4 days. I've been watching it and watching it 4 days. I'm like, yes. So I had my elephant out there. I had my bear out there. I had my foundations. I'm ready to go. And then behind me wasn't good enough. It come down to 10 minutes before it was, you know, time to demolish them. And they drug 2 elephants over on me. You know, punch the elephant, drag it over to me, you know, knowing that my elephant was going to fight it. And I looked at the levels and I was like, okay, well, my elephant, you know, can take that, you know, it'll kill that low-level elephant. So then they brought another one, because my elephant killed the first one, so they brought another elephant. And my elephant killed that one, because I had my elephant on neutral. So then they drug an alpha turtle. Now this was all like 2 minutes before the foundations by this time. 2 minutes before they're ready to be demolished. So they drug this alpha turtle over, and I seen them coming with it. And I'm like, okay, nope, my elephant cannot take that. So I jumped off, because I was sitting on my bear. I jumped off my bear, and I whistled passive for my elephant. So I knew my elephant was going to get hit, but I knew it would be better for him to just take a couple of hits than to try to fight, and then it would be full aggro on my elephant from this turtle. So I was smart by whistling passive. Everything turned out okay. Didn't lose my elephant, and the turtle went away because he didn't want my elephant. But all I wanted was to be able to build a bridge across so that I could put farm plots on the one side, back at the back there, and then put some as far up as I have the foundations, where the bushes and the trees are, right there on the left-hand side. I just wanted some farm plots. Those people back there, they have all that land on the other side of them. Tons of land. It's all open back there. All of that. And if it's not, it's because they foundation spammed it. So nobody else can build there. They don't want anybody building there. They didn't want anybody building out here. They got it foundation spammed all the way down there too. They foundation spammed up as soon as they seen me extending over when the build limit got increased. They stuck a foundation, I'll try to turn my camera just the right way, on the rock over there. You can barely see it. It's just beyond this tall tree, to block me. Which I was, you know, I wasn't blocking the whole bay off anyway. I wanted to be able to have access out to the water for my boathouse and things like that. So then they start extending and extending, so I blocked myself over there with those foundations so at least I can walk across them for now. So that weird shape out there, that's mine. And I was building, and they blocked me. They blocked me with those foundations out there, so I couldn't go any further. So I got a mess going. So that wasn't enough. They blocked that guy over there, Exile. They put him all in front of his house, where they had some foundations out in front of his house anyway, and he couldn't place a water tap. He couldn't put the water tap in because of their foundations. And then I had my area, but I could get a water tap in. So he was asking them if they would put a water tap in so he could get some water to his plots. Oh, no, nuh-uh. You don't need none of that pond water, because it's fresh water, you know. Drinkable. You can have a farm off of it. So he was asking me if I could see if I could put one in. Well, I was able to. I was able to put it in the middle of the pond. It's just on the other side of that wall that I've put up. I put this wall up last night. So I put that in for him, and he's got water running off to his little farm thing. And then they turned around and they spammed all those foundations out in front of his place. It goes along the side too, in through the bushes. So they've basically blocked him. He can't go any further, and they've got it on the other side of him too. So I'm like fed up with this foundation spamming stuff and them blocking off resources. I mean, actually building on top of them. Like, they'll put the foundations around the metal, and then they build walls up and a roof and a door with a pin code, so only their alliance can get it. Tired of it. So this guy that built this greenhouse back there, he waits until every single time, he'll wait until there's like 2-3 hours left, and then he spawns over here. I'm not sure what boat he's spawning in on, but there's something out here, or he gets a ride or something. Because he's over on Kill and Walkie. I posted those pictures on my Twitter. He's over there controlling, and it's the same guy. He's over there controlling everything on Kill and Walkie. Like, people are begging, can you just pick up this one foundation so I can finish my wall? Could you like not block the metal? And then he'll say, well, there's metal nodes, go get the other ones. Well, they're on the other side of the island. You know, who wants to, there's a metal node like right near, close, and you have to ask for it. This is PVE. It's environment. Nobody should own any resources. Nobody should own fresh water. I do feel bad for putting the fence up, but I had to do something. Because every time I try to build something, it's like I miss one little spot. And they do stuff like that. They built out all the way. You can barely see the top of the building. They put foundations blocking me. There's foundations in the upper left-hand corner. Those two that are in the water. That's theirs. They blocked me. They go along the other side where they blocked me. So I can't do anything. I'm stuck with this space right here. This is it. What you see, the fence. So I'm looking at it this way. If this asshat can think he can control all of the resources around here, if he wants this house, he's going to have to ask me for it. Maybe I'll give him permission if I'm online playing, because that's what he says. Well, if I'm not online, you'll just have to wait. If you're not in our alliance, you don't need it anyway. Go get it somewhere else. That's not right. I don't think resources should be able to be blocked. And these people behind me, I'm over their stuff, I'm telling you. I'm like angry. And if you say something like on Discord, you know, the devs know about this. The devs know what's going on. They know, and I do understand it is an alpha game. But these are some of the things that need to be addressed right away. You know, because this is PVE, not PvP. The standing on a ship overweighted and it being able to be sunk by somebody and then complaining that it's Chinese that's doing it, it's not just the Chinese. I know for a fact of Americans that are acting like they're Chinese just to cause the griefing, just to make the hate continue. I have not had, these are Chinese people behind me. I've not had any problem at all from them doing anything to me once. They're probably tired of my crap right now, because before, when all the trees started coming back, I was like, what? So then I tried to extend further and further and further to try to be able to find land to build, because I was getting tired of these people back there blocking me. So I was going to try anything. Well, today I put this fence up, put a gate up. This is the only gate for right now. You know, because gates, they take metal. And metal's hard to come by because people have the resources blocked. So, just trying to find any place. Blocked. Then I come up here and I start going. Blocked. Can't go any further. These people are blocked. They can't build any bigger. I tried to go over here. Can't go any further because of these people. So I'm blocked. Well, I was blocked, but they increased the limit, and I refuse to build on top of somebody. It's just rude. It's very rude. I don't know how big they're going to want to go. They might want to take it out to their limits. And you know what? I shouldn't have to move. I shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have been such asshats and build on top of me. That's a community pen. I'm sure I'm going to come into a snake or something. See? I hate snakes. Absolutely hate them. I would have never chose to live here, but it was the only land available. After 6 days, real life... It's not an alpha, is it? No. After 6 days, real life, searching for land, sailing and sailing and sailing, I kind of got tired. I just had to settle on something. I wanted to build. I wanted to have fun. Get out of here, snake. Get wrecked. So, ugh. So up in here, there's foundations that they have spammed that are basically blocking resources, or they'll have a campfire or cabinets that take 16 days. 16 days to go away. So foundations, walls, and everything only take 4 days. And if you don't log in 4 days time, then that stuff's, it's demolishable. You know, another player can demolish it and either make use of the resources or build if they want to. So this guy here, this is Exile that I was telling you, that I put the water in the middle so everyone could share, you know, building a farm. So the people behind me, on the other side of him and me, blocked him too. They came over here with all of this and blocked it. They're trying to work their way around because they got some on the backside over there too. So like they're going to control the pond. They're going to control the fresh water. That is one of the reasons why I don't want to move. Because then everybody else is going to lose fresh water because they win. They're going to block it off. So I have my cute little boathouse. Make sure nothing's around. So they got all this property out here. All of this. All of this is theirs. And even on the other side. I'm not going to run through there because wolves and I don't want to lose my bear. My bear's not that tough. So all the way on the other side of them, there's all that land. Okay? And they got to do this. All over the place. Like all over the place. Blocked me. Because, you know, they live way over there. And they got to have all this too. So, that wasn't good enough. Not only did they block me on this side. And I know there's going to be people out there, oh, quit your whining, you know. It's the way the game's played. No, this is just making the game unfun. Unfun. So, I did this to keep from getting blocked any further in case I needed this to be able to extend that, because it's all freaking trees now because the trees came back, which they weren't for 3 days, you know. So they built all the way out there just a single line, but they're calling that their pathway. That what? That's our pathway. Other people have been complaining about the same thing. What is wrong with you? You know, you're blocking the bay. So they got all that locked in. They spammed me on the other side too, where I was having our ship, where we have our ships. I really got to get a gate up here. And I got to get ramps. There's just, it's so unlevel right here, and I intended on doing ramps and having a nice little walkway out towards the boathouse and ramps going down so people could come in and get fresh water. I got to run all the way back around to show you what I was going to do. Because I had this little area set up where I was going to put a tannery and a smithy. Yeah, where they could make gunpowder and things like that. You know, they have to have the skills, but at least when you're away on the road. Where's my gate? See, everything's so messed up right now. Okay, on the other side. Yeah, because this all came back trees, and I'm like, really? And then I could only come out this far. So there was no building there. I mean, what, you're going to have a 2 wide strip? That's it? So, my mess. I gotta pull all this up. which I guess it's just resources back in my pocket, you know. But it's the fact that the devs know about this issue. You know, stupid rocks. I shouldn't say stupid rocks, because later I'll probably come and get those rocks. I gotta get the gate closed. This was a booger getting it in to even like protect myself, because they just keep aggroing any alpha they can find. They're dragging it, and it's just, you know, I'm out trying to make something of what I have left, and you know, they just keep griefing on me. And I know it's just a game. So this area right here, this was all going to be left open. This all was going to be for like to set up a tannery and a smithy, the little chem pots, you know, maybe have some extra food out here, because with people sailing, you know, you run out of things. We've experienced it. You know, we've experienced needing to repair our armor and not being able to do it. So I was going to just put these out here, and then you could go and, you know, farm your resources and at least come and use the bench. The bench would be here. And if I had extra whatever foods or whatever, I could just keep them out here in preserving bags. I mean, there's a lot of nice people on this server, a lot. But there are few that just want to control everything. I'm going to put my bear up, and then I'm going to show you the front side. Yeah, so this is what I'm kind of, my tree village. I mean, I guess it works for the elephant. He doesn't care. He likes trees. We got this guy last night. We were able to do him because of the community taming pen. So that's what I'm saying. Some people are nice, and then you got those that just think they own, they want the whole island. They don't want anybody else to play. And to me, if you want the whole island, go get a private server. Don't grief on people. Go get a private server. So I built this up through the trees, and it's not blocked off. That way people can still get through to get around to get to the fresh water. Okay? Because that's important. And I did have this side open too, but I had to block it off because this right here. So none of this was here. The foundation blocked me. Sure enough. That building out there, they put that there on purpose to block me. All of our boats are right there. I was going to have a walkway coming out. Not that I had to have a walkway, you know, to get to our stuff. Because we can't claim, you know, we've looked and looked and looked, and you just want to play the game. You want to quit looking and just find a place, settle down, and have some fun. So, because this is lawless, and you can't have a bed on foundations in a house, it won't let you. I put a boathouse in. There's 4 of us. And there's our 4 rafts. And I just put this boathouse. So I had the front opened, and I didn't put these in until last. I put my tiny dock and popped the rafts in, lined them up. It took a while. And then I walled it off, because usually I don't want to take them out, but in the case I had to, you know, it gives you something to sail on. But foundation spammed me. So I couldn't do no more, which I didn't intend on coming out this way any further. This was it. They keep replacing that stupid lighthouse. And I'm going to say stupid because that thing causes a lot of lag. That causes a lot. I've got a pretty decent system, But I know people, I can watch them running and they're just rubber banding. So, yep. So, and then they built out that way, and so I put these in. I got to put ramps up yet, and dang it. There. Oh, now I did it. So I'm just gonna foundation all this, put the ramps up so people can still get in through here on this side to get fresh water. Because I think that's what they were trying to do, is control the water too. Because it's not enough that they control the other resources, the metal, and you know, there's a couple of nodes of crystal that we found over here. Yep, they gotta have it all. But I just find it's ridiculous that I guess somebody has to be so vicious that they have to have the whole island, because there's all that land over there. You know, there's nothing over there. All that empty space. You know, I can understand when you're PvP and you have a big tribe, or not tribe, alliance, whatever. You know, you need a lot of space. I just wanted enough space where I can have a rhino, a giraffe, the bear, the elephant, an ostrich. I mean, these animals exist for a reason, you know, so you can have fun with them and tame them. But I'm just feeling the grief so much that this is ridiculous. And they even put foundations in the rocks on the other side, these big rocks like this, and that's why I couldn't go no further. So the shape you've seen, it's because I'm foundation blocked like this. They're all over, all the way out. Nope, you can't have no more land. But we don't want it. But let me build this here so it looks like I want it. This was just done 2 days ago. And then that greenhouse was demolishable, supposed to have been demolishable by today, this time right here. And of course he logs back in just to log in. He doesn't do anything else. Never puts another. In fact, he's the one that's controlling everything over on Kill and Walkie. And like I said, I did put those. I caught it last night. Somebody was asking him questions, and I just started screen capture and everything. So much for my little community, you know, like being able to share and have fun on PVE, you know, where everybody's supposed to be nice to each other. This guy that has nothing in this freaking house. And then had his friend, because when the build limit got increased, he had his friend, while I was building, I was in making more foundations to be able to bring this building over more. So I would have a animal barn for all my animals, and I was going to take it to the edge of this rock. Nope, he built. Just that. That's it. There's never been anything else done. Same amount of coal is in here. See? And this guy, something needs to be done about him. You shouldn't have to ask somebody to unlock resources because they have them blocked. It's just disheartening. You know, and I thought, well, you get to know people, get to socialize with them, get to have some fun, have a nice little community going here on an island. There's nowhere near 40,000 people online at one time. At least, not here. There's been a lot of people that have quit because of getting foundation blocked. You try to hold your tongue and ask nicely, hey, you know, Because you don't want to make them angry, because then the next thing you know, you're getting alphas drug on top of you. Again, not PvP. This is PvE. So this is the little bit of house I was kind of trapped to. When he... Because I was building this too. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't think somebody was going to come in and build on top of me and block me. And it was on purpose. It was on purpose. So right now, I have the fence up. And, you know, he's controlling resources. So when he takes all of his foundation spam up and moves his buildings off of the top of the metal and the crystal and everything else, you know what? Then maybe I'll give him his house back. He can live there with me. I don't care. He can live here. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with him being an ass and blocking everything from everybody. Him, which is Nassau, and Latte. And there's a few others on here too, but they're at the other end of the island. They got like this big alliance going. They're against the Chinese and Chinese players, and you know, it's not just the Chinese. This that's causing me grief isn't Chinese related at all. I haven't met one rude Chinese person on here. Not at all. So that rumor needs to stop. But that's my rant. And Nassau, if you're watching this, by the way, yeah, dude, you can have your house back when you release all of the resources to people, to everyone on this island. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.